In this video, I want to show you trading strategy based on Bollinger Bands. To show you how it works, I'm gonna use BitUnix Exchange. If you don't have your account yet, you can create it by going to tuk.pl, and here, in Trading Platforms section, you can click on BitUnix to create your account. You can also find section called How to Start Trading, where you can find another useful videos to help you be a better trader and get more familiar with Lunavio platform features. You can also join free Telegram group for Lunavio community, where you can find more people like you and also get support if you have any problems. If you already have BitUnix account, we can jump right into it. To start trading, we obviously need to have some funds on our account. You can buy crypto directly on a BitUnix by clicking Buy Crypto and using your credit card. You can also deposit crypto from your personal crypto wallet. As we are going to trade, we need to make sure that our funds are transferred from spot account to funding account. If I move my mouse to the wallet icon, you can see that all my crypto are located on spot account. We can quickly fix that by clicking transfer, making sure we are sending funds from spot to futures account, select proper cryptocurrency, in this case it's USDT, and select amount you want to send. You can type it from keyboard, you can use percentage bar below or just click all and submit. As we now have funds in our funding account, we can finally go to Futures, USDT, and select coin to work with. In this case, I'm gonna use Solana. To have a better view on a chart, I'm expanding it to fill the whole screen. You can move the chart by clicking and holding your mouse anywhere on the screen and move it into design direction. Now, when you click and hold your mouse on the time below, you can zoom in and zoom out horizontally, and when you do the same on the right side where the price is, you can zoom in and zoom out vertically. Now we need to do a little setup, so first thing that needs to be done is to set correct time frame, which in this case is 15 minutes. Now, going to the right side, click and open Indicators. Start typing Bollinger and click on Bollinger Bands. As you can see, we have some visuals showed up containing upper, middle and lower line going with our candles. Now let's type RSI and select Relative Strength Index and Stochastic RSI. So basically, the strategy relies on watching these three indicators and open long or short positions when we meet specific conditions. First, we observe if the candle escapes the Bollinger Band. If we want to open long position, it needs to cross lower Bollinger Band, and if we want to open short position, it needs to cross upper band. However, it's not only about crossing the band. It needs to go for at least 0.3% measured from the crossing. Why this exact value, you may ask? It's based on our experience, but you can feel free to adjust those values by yourself. Bigger percentages will be probably safer, but also results in less entry opportunities as it doesn't happen very often. Second condition that we want to meet is RSI, which needs to be below 40 for long position and above 60 for short position. Then we look at Stochastic RSI, which needs to be below 20 for long position and above 80 for short position. And last but not least, you can see that Stochastic RSI consists of two lines. We want to open position only if these lines cross, or in other words, if they touch each other. In a real-world scenario, you're about to watch only the last candle, which will change dynamically. But to show you how it all works, let's try to apply this strategy to previous candles. We can zoom in a little to have a better view, and we can see that we had a red candle going below lower Bollinger Band. Let's select second icon from our toolbar and choose Info Line. Now we can click right in the crossing and move it down to see the percentage. It may be hard to see where the candle ends, so we can move few candles to the right as it still shows the same vertical value, but we can precisely set our line. So if we place it right when the candle ends, we can see that it dropped by 0.2%, so it doesn't meet our first condition. That's for sure not where we want to open long position. So let's check the next one. Here we had 0.23%, still not enough. Let's go to the next one. This one shows drop by 0.31%, so first condition is met. Let's stick to this candle and check the RSI value. As I move my mouse through, you can see actual value on the right side. So in this specific point, we have RSI of 32. It's below 40, so second condition is met. Let's take a look at stochastic RSI. By the way, you can also zoom in and zoom out those indicators just like a main chart. Orange line is somewhere about 6.5 and blue line is somewhere about 3. This is also below 20, so third condition is met. And now the final question. Are this line crossing? And that's the moment when it may be a little confusing. As we look at past candles, you will find out that crossing often appears in between the candles. But if you observe the current candle, which changes dynamically, there will be moments when they actually touch each other. So in this particular example, we could assume we had a crossing, so we have met all 4 conditions and we could open long position. From here, as you can see, the price went up and we would have profits. Let's try to find opposite situation when we could open short position. We need to move to the left and look for some spikes above upper Bollinger Band. Let's see this one. Select our info line and measure. Here we have 0.34%, so first condition is met. If we look at RSI indicator, it's 75, so it's clearly above 60. Our second condition is met. Let's take a look at stochastic RSI. Here we have values about 90, so it's above 80. Third condition is met. And finally, if we would watch this candle live, it would probably touch each other, so all conditions are met and we could open short position here. As you can see, after this candle we can see a price drop, so it could be another profit for us. Now let's take a look how this strategy applies to a different coin, for example Cardano. We can see a big red candle crossing lower Bollinger Bands. Let's measure it, and we have 0.9%. Let's see RSI. It's 27, correct. Let's see stochastic RSI, also correct. But we don't have crossing lines. According to our strategy, we should not open position here. But let's see what's happening to the next candles. If we measure it, it's 0.5%, so condition is still met. RSI is around 29, so condition is met. Stochastic RSI is around 7 and 8, so it's also correct. And here we have the crossing line. We could open long position here, and as you can see, price goes straight up from that point. Let's try to find opposite example. Here we have a big spike. If we measure it, it's almost 2%. RSI is 82. Stochastic RSI is around 99, and we also have crossing lines. All conditions are met. We could open short position here, and you can see that price actually goes down enough to have profit. And if we talk about profit, we need to talk about another important thing. If you open a position, you always have to set take profit and stop loss. Take profit, as the name suggests, will close position when it's profitable, and stop loss prevents you from losing most of the money if we had a bad entry and price goes in a different direction. So what we use in this strategy is 1% take profit and 2% stop loss. But as I said before, you can adjust that settings to your own needs based on your knowledge or risk level you're ready to face. So let's open the position now. It's not the right moment, of course, but let's assume that it is, just to show you how to set everything up. So, in a real-world scenario, you're about to watch the last candle when it hits upper or lower Bollinger Bands. You will measure the percentage and look for RSI and Stochastic RSI. And if all conditions are met, we want to open position. As you may already know, futures often comes with leverage. For example, if you have 100 USDT and you set your leverage to 5, you will actually open position that is worth $500. But at the same time, if the price goes in a wrong direction just by 20%, you can lose all your money if you didn't set up your stop loss. So basically, bigger leverage gives you more profits, but also comes with much more risk. And once again, adjust that setting to your own needs. Now let's say I want to use 50 USDT for this position, and let's click Open Short. Our position is now visible on the screen. As we have short position, we will earn money when the price goes down and lose money if it goes up. From here, we select our info tool and measure 1% down. Now click and hold TP, which is Take Profit, and move it right to our measurement. Now click and hold the lower point of that line and move it up until it shows 2%, which is the correct level to our stop loss. Click and hold SL and move it to the top of the line. We don't need to do anything else. If the price drops down and reach our TP level, it will automatically close the position and take profit. If it goes up, position will be closed with 2% loss. So this is what the Bollinger Band strategy is about. We have also different methods to use this strategy. For example, first candle that goes above or below Bollinger Band is treated as a signal but not as an entry point. Then you measure next candle if it meets all conditions. There is also a simplified version of this strategy considered as safer, but will have much less entry opportunities. In this scenario, you look for Bollinger Band escape to be at 1% and RSI to be below 20 for long positions and above 80 for short positions. This strategy does not include watching stochastic RSI and crossing lines. I also want you to remember that there is no 100% safe strategy. It can be safer than the other, but will always come with risk of losing money. So how do I know which one should I choose and how to set it? Here comes Lunavio platform. This tool not only allows you to automate your moves so it will open positions for you based on your own settings, but can also run so-called backtest when you can execute strategies on the historical data. You can see how a strategy or how changing a specific value in a strategy compares to your final results. You can apply a strategy to different coins and different timeframes, so you can clearly see what works best and apply that to your regular trading activity. You can learn how to use that tool from a different video. Trading cryptocurrencies, particularly with a leverage, carries a high level of risk and may result in a loss of all invested capital. Lunavio's materials and features are provided for educational and informational purposes only and do not constitute investment advice or a recommendation. Past performance does not guarantee future results.